Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the North Dallas Plano Career Focus Group. It's it is not July 6th, it's July 11th. All right. Hold on. Backspace 11. There we go. Thank you for joining us this morning. Come on, slideshow. Here we go. Please note this event is being recorded and will be uploaded to the Career USA YouTube channel to view in the future. By participating in this event, you give consent for your name and picture to appear. Please note that any comments you put in the Zoom chat window will not appear in the recording. Well, good morning, everybody. My name is Jeff Morris. Since 2007, I've been facilitating and leading the North Dallas Plano Career Focus Group, except for last year. In 2008, I started a website called careerdfw.org to help those unemployed in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. In 2012, I launched careerusa.org to help those outside the Dallas area. I have written a book called What I've Learned About Your Job Search That You May Not Know. It is available on Amazon, or I usually have copies with me. And since 2017, I've been a member of the PIC crew, also known as the Practice Interview Team. Just like to throw this up there just once a month. Career DFW and the North Dallas Plano Career Focus Group are two different organizations. The common thread is I happen to lead both. I started Career DFW as a 501c3 back in 2008. This North Dallas group, we've been meeting here since late 1990s. So two different organizations. Anybody who wants to overthrow me here and take over here in the North Dallas group, you're welcome to do that, but you're not going to get Career DFW out of my hands. And Career DFW is a 501c3 with no full or part-time employees. All right, our agenda this morning is we're going to start out with success stories, then go to job leads, 30-second introductions, have our committee reports, the interview success workshop, the practice interview team, and we'll hear from our career tip of the week. And then I will do the main event around the top of the hour. So we'd like to start off with good news success stories. Do we have any landings to announce? Nothing today? All right. Well, what we want to do now is everybody who's online right now, open up your chat box and please enter your name, position you're looking for. Give us your email, your LinkedIn, phone, city you're watching from. Give us 2 or 3 target companies and then companies where you have connections where you can help other people. So I'll give you all 30 seconds on the clock to sort of get started doing that. And if you're typing away, please continue on so we can do that. What we want to do now is do our 30-second introductions for those people here that are here in the room. And then we will go to everybody who's online. So come on down for those who are you here. Anybody who's here, you can go ahead and get started. Come on. Just grab the mic.
My name is Miguel Castillo.
Is it on? I don't think you're on.
Now it's on.
There we go.
All right. Okay, my name is Miguel Castillo. I'm looking for a VP or Director of Finance, mostly in the financial planning and analysis space. I need contacts at Caterpillar, and I have contacts at Amazon and American Airlines. My name is Miguel Castillo.
Thank you.
Good morning. I am Kathleen Dixon. I am looking for a position in sales and operations in many different industries, but healthcare and senior living is the biggest focus. My target companies, Trustwell, Cogare, and I am connected with companies such as like Atria, Discovery. My name is Kathleen Dixon, and I help people connect and build relationships.
Thank you.
Awesome sauce. Happy 7-Eleven day. Don't forget your free Slurpees. My name is Jenny Holcomb. I am looking for a sales and marketing director position. I need contacts at Zamora for Liqueur 43. And I have contacts with the 8th largest retailer in the world at Army Air Force Exchange Service, known as AFIS, and one of the top selling men's lines of Duke Cannon out in Minneapolis, St. Paul. Again, my name is Jenny Holcomb.
Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Michael Garber. I'm looking for a position as a program or project manager in the information technology or cybersecurity space. My target companies are Toyota and McKesson this week, and I have contacts at Kindrel. And happy Fries Days. Remember to get your free fries for those restaurants that are giving those out. My name is Michael Garber.
My name is Stevie Booby. I'm looking for senior software engineer or tech lead. I need contacts at Gecko, American Airline. What's the other one? I forgot. I have contact at American Airline. I have contact at Southwest, and I have contact also at USA. And my name is Stevie Booby.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Paul Hussar. That's HUSAR. I'm a VP Director of Customer Service or Technical Support. I have contacts at LG. I'm Paul Hussar.
Good morning. I'm John Pinchot, and I'm looking for a position in project management, either in the IT or telecom space. And I don't have any target companies right now. I have contacts at Microsoft. My name is John Pinchot.
Good morning. My name is David Turner. I'm looking for a position as a senior HR information systems analyst. I specialize in employee central security. I don't have any target companies this week. I do have contacts at PepsiCo. My name is David Turner.
Thank you.
Hi, good morning. This is Martha Montgomery. I am looking for a job in customer success or implementation, especially in the med tech field. I don't know who I need contacts at, so if you have a contact you think I need, please tell me. I have a contacts at Hologic. Again, my name is Martha Montgomery.
Hello, I'm Sean Toy. I'm a supply chain director looking for my next opportunity. Target companies are Sunrise. It's a small startup company, as well as Implementation Engineering, which is a consulting firm. I have contacts at Alcon Laboratories and some contacts at Medtronic as well. My name is Sean Toy.
Good morning. My name is Tiffany Ford. I am looking for an HR manager, HR director position. My contacts this week are NTTA, North Texas Tollway Authority, and also Motorola Solutions. My name is Tiffany Ford, HR.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Carl Hunt. I'm looking for a talent acquisition recruiter position. I need contacts at State Farm or Toyota. I have contacts at IBM. My name is Carl Hunt. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Steve Stanton. I am looking for contacts at big old lumps of a bank like JP Morgan or Capital One. I have contacts at other banks. I have a lot of contacts in New York and Hong Kong, if that helps you. Again, my name is Steve Stanton. Thank you.
Hey, good morning. I am Jason Nixon. I'm a technology director or IT director. I am looking for somebody at Ruiz Foods. They're based here in Frisco. I Well, I skipped a step. I'm looking for another director level role, either in consulting or in industry. I have contacts at Pricewaterhouse, Epsilon, and my name is Jason Nixon.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm JD Johnson. I am looking for a job in the tech sector as on help desk and or an application specialist and or an evangelist for a church. I'm looking for, so any church, and also looking for Interstate Batteries and Southwest Airlines, and I have contacts at Texas Instruments.
And somebody run down to the front door. There's somebody who needs to get in.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Jama Ball. Oh my goodness. I'm like, sorry. You're gonna have to step back, Matt. Good morning, everybody. I'm Jama Ball. I'm looking for a VP Director of Operations in service delivery or product implementation. This week, I need a contact at R1 RCM. I have contacts in the hospitality industry. My name is Jama Ball.
Good morning, Matt Keelan. You're right, Jim. I'm an IT VP or director. Don't have any targets this week, but I can help you with Grant Thornton and Cherry Becker. Matt Keelan.
Hello, I'm Valisa Madden. I'm looking for director level roles in risks and controls, internal audit, project management, process improvement. My target companies this week, Verizon, Intuit, Toyota. I have contacts at AT&T, Grant Thornton, ADP. Again, my name is Valisa Madden.
Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Gabriela Villafania, and I'm not looking for a target company this week. I just probably need help with certification. If anybody can help me on a personal level, I'd like to take a look at my resume. I have contacts at Southern Glazers Wine and Spirits. My name is Gabriela Villafania.
Hello, my name is Eric Paul Sokolowski. I am looking for roles in VP level roles in trading and transactions management, particularly in the hydrocarbon sector. That could include any kind of ethanol or obviously crude or petroleum products. It's a wide vast. It's not just oil trading. Okay. I need contacts at all the oil companies, Marathon, Exxon, Shell. I have contacts at some of the big banks, UBS, JP Morgan, Citi. My name is Eric Paul Sokolowski. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Mike Belzil. So I'm looking for a director level role in data analytics with a product focus. So I need contacts at European wax centers or Amazon Web Services. So I have contacts at Walmart, Epsilon, and Circana. So my name is Mike Belzil.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Javier Rodriguez. I am looking for people who want to optimize their occupational and financial lives. I have contacts all across North Dallas and in Michigan. I need contacts from people who love their job but want to make a little bit of extra money or completely hate their job and want a complete career change. Again, my name is Javier Rodriguez.
Thank you. Anybody else here? All right, let's go online. Anthony.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Anthony Archery, Senior Retail Operationist and Merchandiser. I worked for Walmart for 16 and a half years, serving 4 different roles. We help company drive tremendous sales, great profit, and reduce costs at the same time. Anthony Archery.
Thank you. Brian McGovern.
Good morning, everyone. I am Brian McGovern. I am seeking an HR/benefits coordinator position. My targets are this week. The companies I'm targeting are PAM Health, United Surgical Partners, and Keurig. I have connections at Mr. Cooper and Corn Ferry. And once more, my name is Brian McGovern. Thank you.
Thank you. Jeanette Bailey.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jeanette Bailey. I am seeking an administrative support or office manager position. I am a customer satisfaction champion. I am a teamwork pro. I am a lifelong learner. I do not have any target companies this week, but if you know of anyone who is needing administrative help, please reach out to me. Let's connect. My name is Jeanette Bailey.
Thank you. Kathy Dixon.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kathy Dixon. I'm a senior level technical writer. I have no contacts because my contacts are doing battle with each other, and neither one of them are hiring. They're both eliminating. But I am looking for a contact this week at Experian, if anyone has one. Kathy Dixon, senior tech writer. Thanks.
Thank you. Christy Grant Coleman.
Good morning. Can you hear me, Jeff?
Yes, we can.
Okay, good. Sorry, I changed computers and I'll always have problems with that. Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Christy Grant Coleman. I am looking for a director or manager of learning and development. My target companies this week are JP Morgan Chase, and I know someone offered them up. I will reach out to you, and US Bank. Thank you, Christy Grant Coleman.
Thank you, Michael Madden. Michael Madden. All right, let's go to Nikki Duncan.
I'm Nikki Duncan. I tame chaos, clear ambiguity, and build people-first systems that deliver results. I'm looking for director of operations or chief of staff type roles, remote. And I'm happy to connect and help anybody who needs help. I'm Nikki Duncan. And Christy, message me. I might have a contact at JP Morgan Chase for you.
Thank you. Rosina.
Good morning, everyone, and happy Friday. My name is Rosina Gallman, and I am your tip of the week host. So I'll be back in just a few minutes. I'm looking for a position as a senior talent acquisition partner or senior recruiter position. And I need contacts at Delta Dental, MetLife, USAA, TIAA, T-Mobile, and Gartner. I have contacts at a couple of different places that might be able to help some people, and I'll reach out to you directly. And again, my name is Rosina Gallman, Senior Talent Acquisition Partner or Senior Recruiter position. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Shalacy.
Hey, thanks, Jeff. Good morning and happy Friday, everyone. Shalacy Sonye, also go by Shay. I'm looking for business analyst, process improvement type roles here in the DFW area or remote. No contacts needed this week. And I have contacts at Prudent Technology and KPMG. And if anyone sees any of my connections that they may need a contact with, just let me know. Feel free to contact me. Again, Shalacy Sonye. Thank you.
Thank you. Chandra.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. My name is Chandra Thomas, and I'm an administrative analyst. I do have target companies in Blue Cross Blue Shields and Nestle, and I do not have any contacts at this time. Again, my name is Chandra Thomas.
All right, Steve Rohan.
Good morning. My name is Steve Rowan. I'm a retired .NET developer. I have contacts at Fiserv and the VA. My name is Steve Rowan.
Thank you. Steve Sulkin.
Morning, everybody. I'm Stephen Sulkin. I'm a director of healthcare improvement. I help people work together better as an organizational psychologist, ex-Toyota trained and Lean Six Sigma black belt. I'm looking for contacts at Methodist Healthcare or Texas Health Resources, and I can help with contacts at Baylor Scott and White. I'm Stephen Sulkin.
Thank you. Tracy Harris.
Good morning. My name is Tracy Harris. I'm a senior recruiter at Thomas Edwards Group. Some of you have probably seen that name if you've attended any of the other networking groups. But we're local to the DFW area, been around over 27 years, mainly focused in accounting, finance, HR, and IT recruiting. We work on both direct hire and contract to hire roles, just under 100 of those at this time. My contact information is in the link, but senior recruiter at Thomas Edwards Group, Tracy Harris.
Thank you. Melissa Madden. Oh, you're here. Okay. All right. Some people are online who are also in the room here. All right. Anybody else online I missed?
Hi, Jeff. This is Randall Christopher.
Yes, please go ahead.
And I'm seeking a logistics auditor analyst position in the technology telecommunications industry. My target companies are T Systems and Honeywell, and I have contacts at Samsung Electronics America. Again, my name is Randall Christopher.
Okay. Anybody else online? Jason Irish.
Good morning, Jeff. Good morning, all. Happy 7-Eleven. My name is Jason Irish. I'm a financial services professional, also avid networker and connector. So connect with me on LinkedIn. I'll help you get connected with other people to help you with your job search. I am working my way through licensing, passed my life and health exam last week. So moving on to the next step, working through the SIE, the securities industry exam. I do have contacts at Thrivent Financial, which is where I'm working, who I plan to be working with shortly, as well as at Fidelity Investments. By the way, they're hiring like crazy at Fidelity. Talked to my previous coworker yesterday, and they're working them overtime. So connect with me if you want connections at Fidelity, at Schwab, other financial services companies, banks. I can also connect you with people at JP Morgan Chase. My name is Jason Irish.
Thank you. Anybody else online? All right. Job leads. Tracy, you want to talk about what's active with?
Sure. I think it's been a bit slower the last couple weeks. Makes sense with the 4th of July, right? And then we have, especially in accounting and finance, people are in close. But more recently, we got a senior accountant in the oil and gas industry looking for public accounting experience or someone with a few years of oil and gas. Also recently got a couple of CFO roles in the nonprofit space, requiring some pretty rigorous experience in the nonprofit space, one on the Fort Worth side and one on the Dallas side. And then we've got some construction, manufacturing, various ranging roles that have kind of come in more recently. Also seen an influx of finance roles, which has been great. Usually heavier on the accounting side, but seeing some of those finance roles. But that's what we've got more recently as of right now. Not many HR roles though.
Great, Tracy. Thank you. And her contact information is in chat. Everybody will get that this afternoon. Thank you very much. All right. Interview Success Workshop, Walt Glass.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everybody online. I know the back of my head is not that pretty, but you will see it a little bit today. So I'm Walt Glass, and I love helping people in increasing their confidence and skills in interviewing. And I do that through offering a free workshop. I'm currently suspending registration right now, taking a little break, but I'll probably be starting up in a couple of weeks. I am taking some names. Look me up on LinkedIn in my About section. It will tell you all about the workshop. It's free, it's informal, it's a learning interview. It's learning how to sell ourselves, and that is in selling I am, I do, and I help. Those are the three pieces. So when you do an interview, are you thinking of selling? Or are you just trying to answer questions? Well, we want to start selling. So that's what the workshop's all about. Be glad to have you participate in that. You want me to talk about PIT?
I'm gonna let Paul talk about Pit Crew. Paul, were you talking about Pit Crew?
Okay, well then I'll do the poem now.
Okay.
Okay, okay. I teach pausing and thinking in the workshop. I am remembering my poem. Is interviewing like a ritual satanic that causes us stress and panic? Never fear. Practice interviewing is here. It will keep us off the Titanic. I am Walt Glass.
Thank you, Walt. I'm Paul Hussar, and I'm excited to tell you about the Pit Crew. The Pit Crew is the practice interview team. They meet right here every Wednesday from 1 to 3, excuse me, except for the fourth Wednesday of the month when the process is held online through a Zoom call. The practice interview team gives you the opportunity to conduct a practice interview in front of a panel of 3 people who will prepare, research, and be ready with appropriate questions for you to conduct a mock interview, and then give you specific feedback on your performance and how you can improve and better prepare for that next interview. Our motto is, practice early and practice often. And remember that. I'm Paul Hussar. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, time to hear from the career tip of the week. Good morning, Rosina.
Thank you, Jeff. All right. A good morning again, everybody. Hang on one sec. Let me just get my document open here. Okay. All right. So this week's tip of the week, we're shifting gears because we're in a new month. And so I'm going to be focusing on AI's impact to your different industries. And I hope that you guys are doing research to understand what's happening in your particular industry, field, trends, things that are happening because of AI, whether that be good or bad. So the title of today's career tip of the week is the impact of AI on the job market and employment opportunities. Artificial intelligence, AI, is fundamentally reshaping the modern job market, acting as both a disruptor and a creator of employment opportunities. While it automates and replaces certain existing jobs, especially those involving repetitive tasks, it also simultaneously drives the creation of new roles and demands a shift in the skills needed for those future workforce. Understanding these complex changes is crucial for professionals, job seekers, and educators. So let's start with AI's dual impact, automation and job creation. AI's ability to automate tasks presents a double-edged sword. Initially, there are widespread concerns that AI would lead to massive unemployment, with some early predictions suggesting nearly half the US jobs could be automated. However, more recent insights indicate that AI is more likely to enhance worker efficiency rather than cause a significant job disruption on a large scale. The World Economic Forum predicts that nearly 39% of key job skills will change by 2030, with technological skills becoming paramount. So jobs that are most susceptible to automation, certain sectors and roles are more vulnerable to AI-driven automation due to their repetitive or data-intensive nature. And these include customer service and experience. So chatbots are powered by natural language processing, and they are increasingly handling initial customer inquiries, allowing human agents to focus on more complex issues. The next segment would be banking and insurance. AI is streamlining operations like paperwork, fraud detection, and customer service in these industries. Transportation, autonomous driving, self-driving cars to trucks promises increased efficiency and reduced labor costs. And then specific roles, there are computer programmers for routine coding tasks, research analysts for data collection and preliminary analysis, paralegals for document review, and factory or warehouse workers for repetitive tasks, and they're all facing automation. So jobs that are less likely to be replaced. Conversely, jobs requiring unique human traits such as empathy, critical thinking, creativity, and complex problem solving are less likely to be automated. And these professions include teachers, nurses, social workers, therapists, handy persons, lawyers, HR specialists, writers, and artists. Now, AI as a job creator. Beyond automation, AI is a significant driver of new job creation, particularly roles focused on developing, managing, and ethically deploying AI technologies. Some prominent new roles include machine learning engineers. These professions develop and refine algorithms that enable systems to learn from data, crucial for applications like facial recognition and predictive analytics. There are, natural language processing specialists. They create chatbots and virtual assistants that can understand and communicate naturally with users. An AI ethicist. This vital role ensures that responsible and ethical development of and deployment of AI systems, addressing concerns such as bias, privacy, and transparency. And then an AI prompt engineer. These specialists design and refine inputs to optimize AI system responses, ensuring accurate and contextually relevant outputs. Now, AI's influence on hiring and the demand for new skills. AI is transforming human resources and recruitment by streamlining processes, but it also introduces new challenges, particularly regarding potential biases. So there are some advantages and disadvantages in hiring. AI significantly improves hiring efficiency by quickly sorting applications and screening candidates, saving time and resources. It can also predict talent needs, analyze turnover data to improve retention, and potentially promote fair hiring practices by evaluating candidates based on objective criteria. However, a major challenge is the potential for bias. If AI systems are trained on biases or biased data sets, they may perpetrate and amplify existing biases, leading to a less diverse candidate pool. And then addressing these biases requires meticulous attention and continuous refinement of the AI models. Now, the demand for new skills, the rise of AI is shifting the demand towards skills that complement AI capabilities rather than compete with them. So routine and data-driven tasks are increasingly handled by machines, elevating the importance of uniquely human skills for interacting with, developing, and applying AI systems. So meta skills, such as adaptability, communication, critical thinking, those are all foundational for navigating an AI-driven world. According to the World Economic Forum of 2025, their Future of Jobs report, essential skills for the AI-driven job market include analytical thinking, AI and big data literacy, networks and cybersecurity knowledge, technology literacy, creative thinking, resilience, flexibility and agility, curiosity, and a commitment to lifelong learning. These skills emphasize the evolving nature of work, moving towards more cognitive and creative and interpersonal abilities that leverage AI for problem solving and innovation. And then when you're preparing for an AI-driven job market, to remain relevant and secure in these careers, professionals must adapt to to the evolving landscape shaped by AI. Several actionable steps can be helpful to individuals positioning themselves for success, such as first, be flexible, embrace new roles, responsibilities, and learning opportunities as the job market continues to shift. Second, foster people skills, develop communication, empathy, and teamwork as these human-centric skills are increasingly valuable and cannot be replicated by AI. Third, you want to build your network. A strong professional network provides support, insights, and potential job opportunities in an evolving AI landscape. Fourth, you want to continue to learn about AI. Gain a solid understanding of AI and its applications within your field through online courses, workshops, and industry publications. And then fifth, you want to use AI to your benefit, such as leverage AI tools and platforms to increase efficiency, gain insights, and free up time for more strategic tasks. And embracing AI is a key to staying ahead. So the role of education in an AI-driven world, amidst this transformative job market, education, particularly in specialized fields such as artificial intelligence, will serve as a powerful tool for career advancement. So programs such as maybe even getting a Master of Science in Applied Artificial Intelligence will equip students with the necessary knowledge and skills to thrive, and a comprehensive curriculum covering machine learning, deep learning, and AI ethics. That, coupled with practical hands-on experience, ensures the students are job ready and capable of applying AI solutions to a real-world problem. Expert faculty and our ample networking opportunities further enhance a student's preparedness. And critically, such programs also instill a culture of lifelong learning, which is essential for staying updated in the rapidly evolving field of AI. So in conclusion, AI's impact on the job market is multifaceted, leading to both displacement and creation of roles, while also demanding a reevaluation of essential skills. You want to adapt to these changes through continuous learning, skill development, and strategic career planning, and is paramount for your success in an AI-driven future. So again, this position or this career tip of the week was the impact of AI on the job market and employment opportunities. And this article was created by the University of San Diego. So lots of information to unpack on this, lots of thinking and re-strategizing. So I wish you guys a wonderful weekend while you think about what's happening in your industry with your role and different trends that are really taking over. All right, everybody, have a fantastic weekend.
Thank you very much. All right, today for lunch, we're going to go to Mama's Pizza. I'm going for the cinnamon rolls, but y'all can come for pizza or a salad bar. 2130 West Parker Road. It's on Parker, just a half block west from Custer. So come join us. We'll take at the end of this, we'll take a head count, how many people think they'll be there, so we can go wrestle a nice big table for everybody. All right, if you want to receive the materials from today, you'll get a link to the YouTube link for the Career USA for this recording. You'll get a copy of the Career Tip of the Week. You'll get a copy of the Zoom chat. To make sure you do it for everybody who's in person, please make sure you've checked your name off on the contact list. For anybody who's brand new, please fill out one of those little slips. And as long as it's legible, I will get you added. Last week or 2 weeks ago, we had somebody who filled one out and I cannot read it, and I was not able to, the phone number, I couldn't even text them because of the phone number, I couldn't read the phone number. So if your name happens to be up on this list here, I can't find you. So if you're on the list, please reach out to me or get your contact information in the chat window so we can get you added to the roster. All right, it's time for main event today. We want everybody, if they will, to turn on your video so we can see who's out there. Today, we're just going to do open forum. We'll talk about whatever questions you have about in your job search. And one of the things we want to sort of focus on is how can we help you? So if you give us a company you're looking for, we want everybody here to go look on their LinkedIn profile and their LinkedIn things and say, oh yeah, I've got a contact there, and how we can connect and help everybody out today. So that's what we want to work on. So Walt, you want to sort of guide us? The residents down there.
Okay, I need a volunteer who has a target company that we want to look at today. Eric. Shell. Okay, you had Mobil, Shell, Exxon. Okay, we'll pick Shell. So everybody that's here can get on LinkedIn. Everybody online, go to LinkedIn and go look up Shell, the company. Okay. And in Shell, you want to click on people. SHELL. We need a specific name of the company that's going to help us, like Toyota has 5 different divisions and things like that. So is there a specific division area of Shell, Eric?
The main one, Shell, oil and gas.
Just go to Shell Oil and Gas then, okay? And then click on people, and you should get a filter for first, second, third, or fourth as far as degrees of connections, and you can filter on like first and second. So anybody looking, so we'll look at first as our search and say, do we have any first level contacts at Shell? Okay, so now Eric wants to get the names of the people. Anybody online, put something in the chat window, Jeff?
Yeah, well, this is mine. This is my Shell.
Okay. So we have connections, and if you have them, all right. So have you got a list of names of people? Are they giving you their names so that you can contact them, Eric?
Well,
No, we just want to get your contact names for these people to discuss the connection. All we're doing is getting names today. Okay, we're just getting names. Yeah, so if somebody's, raise your hand if you have a first level connection you'd like to help Eric. Okay, Eric, you want to just get those people's names so that you can then connect. There's 3 people in the room. Anybody online?
Yeah, Walt, I do. So what do you want me to put in the chat or?
Just put, I have a connection for Eric for Shell.
Okay, okay.
And then when Eric gets the chat later, he can look that up.
And Jason Irish would like to know, is there a Shell company for Shell?
I like your humor, Jason. Okay. So here's the deal. What we're looking for is when you contact somebody, we want to know how you know that contact. What's the relationship between you? Are they a simple connection? Or are they a real connection, or are they simply a contact? Somebody, because a lot of people say, yeah, I'm connected with you, but I don't know anything about you. I don't have any relationship or anything like that. But the first thing we want to talk about when we look at connections is what's the relationship between you and the person you know in that company. Now, you may also want to go look at, I'm not going to do it today, but also might go look at seconds and see who knows somebody who knows somebody. All right. And that's another alternative too. So that's a little bit deeper level. Okay, let's take another one.
Hey, Walt. This is Jason online. Hey, what about somebody that previously worked there that was a high level employee? Would that potentially count? Because they may have they may not work there, but they have a connection.
All will vote yes. Everybody says yes. Of course. So are we looking for Kathy Dixon? I think Kathy mentioned Experian.
Yes, I'm looking for a connection and Experian. I have one. If anybody else has it, it's Chris. I already have Christy Mundy from South Lake Focus Group.
So put Experian now in your search. Click on people. Let's see if we got any firsts. How about anybody online? Looks like we don't have anyone here thus far. I don't see anyone online.
Thank you.
I've got 2 people for Experian.
I'll take them, please.
A prior, okay.
Yeah.
You,
Both of them are prior.
both prior employees, okay, you know. All right.
I'm just looking for somebody to get my resume to the stack. So I'm not sure get to the top of the stack. I'm not sure a prior person would help, but I will communicate with them. They might be able to give me a name inside.
All right, give her your name, man.
Thank you, Jeff.
My name is Arkan Yusuf, Arkan as in Norman, last name Yous as in Sam, E as in Edward, F as in Frank, F as in Frank.
Okay, next company, next person.
Steve, I see your hand up.
Steve Sulkin.
Hey, I just wanted to make a comment about whether someone can walk your resume or not. Somebody could still be a lot of value by serving as a coach. So they may know about what's going on inside the company and tell you about all the skeletons in the closet. They may tell you what's going on with the department you're trying to hire into and who used to be there. They can be really helpful. So don't discount folks that used to be there even. They can tell you about what kind of climate it is and where they just left. So
I can't agree more, Steve. That's the only networking job, only job I've ever gotten through networking was someone that used to work there, had contacts with the HR person, got my resume to the HR person, told her we were good friends. We never worked together. Just could she get it to Chris to look at? And I got the job. So I agree.
Yeah, in your list, you will find people that don't currently work there also show up in your list. They'll be, they used to work there. So.
And they may be more open about what it's really like in the climate if they're not there anymore.
Well, they're excellent for informational interviews, right? That's where you would go with that contact.
Well, my contact warned me I didn't want to work there, but I did for 3 years.
Okay. All right, we want to find companies where you want to work. Who's next? Okay, Toyota. Melissa? Melissa looking for Toyota. Now, Toyota has several. Do you have a specific Toyota? Because they have about 4 or 5 divisions, financial services. So there's a particular one? Because once you put in Toyota, it'll come up with 4 or 5 names.
Yeah, is it Toyota North America?
Right. Okay, Toyota North America. We got 2 people over here, Melissa. 3. So you want to go get their names? All right. What do you think about doing this? I mean, this is what we're supposed to do. I'm not sure how many of us go home and do it and take the list and say, let me see if I can find some people. So I thought we might just spend a little bit of time during open forum today to try to, let's do it in real time. And maybe we can get some connections and contacts going. And so this is Networking Live. And there's still a couple more, and then we'll go to a regular open forum. Your name? Tiffany. Tiffany, your company is Motorola Solutions. Now, there was two people that had Motorola as a target. Somebody else had that too. Who else had Motorola? Let's see here. Okay. All right, to anybody, we're looking up Motorola now, looking for first at Motorola. Anybody online have a first?
Got two.
We got two in the room. You got two?
Two.
Okay, Jeff? Do you remember who Jeff is? Okay. Let's do one more. In the back of the room, name? Your name? Oh, I can't say that.
Jitu Nagale. I'm looking for NTT Data Inc.
NTT Data.
Just send me, let's see here.
North America. Yeah, let's go North America. Well,
I already went over.
they're international.
Just send me your.
If you won't go to China, go to Europe.
Oop.
I used to know the guy that ran the China division, but that was too long ago. All right, any firsts? Okay, Jama? Get names. Who else besides Jama? Jenny. Anybody online? NTT Data. Okay.
Yes, I do. I will put it in the chat. Sorry, I'm slow. I'm on the laptop.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, just put it in the
I
chat.
can
Say
do
have a,
NTT data.
yeah, just say I have a connection to NTT Data. So for those of you that are getting these contacts, you want to make sure you look at the chat when the chat information that Jeff sends out after the meeting, so you can go through and pick out those names, right? So did you get everybody? Mike, you got Mike? Okay, Jeff, I'll leave it up to you. You want to continue this for a while? Or you'll just want to move to open forum?
Let's go for open forum.
All right, we're going to open forum. Thank you everyone for participating today. Wait a minute, Jama. Jama wants to say something.
So I have a lot of contacts, and I will tell you that if you ask me to introduce you, I want you to write the introduction for me. I don't blindly just say, here's Steve, because my name is on, well, I would for Steve, because I know Steve, but I don't know you. So I would like to vouch for you. So write a quick introduction, Eric, to, whatever your 30-second intro is, I'll tweak it to make it, but I don't typically blindly share my contacts. I'm happy to introduce you, but I ask that you write an introduction for me so there's some meat to whatever I'm going to introduce you to. That's my ask. So I'm happy to share, but I would ask that you do that.
And I think it's common for anybody. That's very beneficial for everybody to be able to do.
For every person that has a contact for you, you want to contact them, call them, and you want to get to know them, and you want them to get to know you. You want to build some sort of relationship before you just say, oh, because people say, oh yeah, well, just use my name, to make just tell them Walt sent you. You want to do more than that. You want to build that. And you also want to ask, how can I help you? What can I do for you? You're helping me. I'd like to help you. So, Melissa, you want to say something?
Yeah. So thank you for doing this today, Walt. That was actually something I've been meaning to ask about because we have a LinkedIn group. So sometimes if I'm searching or if I see something pop up on my feed, I wonder, is there anybody within a group that I'm in? But LinkedIn doesn't have that feature where I can search the group and, just for that specific company. So what I've wondered is if I could post a message to the group saying, hey, does anybody know anyone at, whatever company? But I've not seen anybody doing that. It's quite, it's like a quiet group. So is that something people would be open to, like where we just do this similar thing, but in the moment while we're searching, because that's kind of when you need it, right? Because you have to apply, if you believe the AI, like before 200 people apply that same day. So.
Well, one of the things I see out of the South Lake Google group is people are posting that they're looking for a contact at a certain company. And you can do the same thing with this North Dallas group with the email. When you get an email, look at the very bottom, and you'll see how to send an email to that group, to our group. And you can, anytime you want, if you're looking for a contact at a company, put it out there and ask everybody if anybody can help. That's one of the reasons we put it together.
Well, I have a question about what's the extent. Oh, Gabriela Villafaña. But I have a question. What's the extent of the help that we can give? When I was asked for a contact, I went and found out what the hiring person's name was for the company that I used to work, but I don't know that person. And then the person that asked me for the contact was like, hey, well, have you been able to talk to this person about me? And I'm like, well, I don't know it. I don't know her. I just gave you the name, and that you have to do your work. So what is the extent of the help? Like a name is enough?
I vote that any little bit of help is appreciated. And so if it's even just that'll help. That's all, but you're offering what you can do. So yeah, whatever. Arkin.
This is Arkan Yusuf. So one of my very close friend is a AT&T executive, and he gave me his name, and he literally told me, that's all what I can do for you. I cannot help. I cannot reach out to anybody. The whole hiring process changed. You're on your own. And by God's will, I had 4 interviews just by my own, but with his name, just having a name. That's all.
And it's not bad to say, well, the president gave me your name and said I should contact you. Okay. All right.
What else? What can we talk about in your job search that you've got questions about? Well, yeah.
I'll put microphone running on my resume.
This is related to the AI and the job search. Yesterday was the first time that I got AI bot text saying that they needed to schedule an interview with the company that I applied. I was very, very wary of saying yes, because they only asked me for yes or no. And I went and researched, and yes, this is Budweiser, and they do have a company that uses just an AI bot to schedule interviews, like research your resume, and then they schedule an interview, and it was real. But then after I clicked yes, because I was like, well, what if I say no? Then I lose my opportunity. After I clicked yes, I got an email, and then I got a schedule, pick your date. I scheduled it. And then, and then on LinkedIn, I saw that there was McDonald's, I think, does the same. And they figured out that the Paradox, which is the AI company that does this, leaked all the information for all these interviews or whatever, like the people that they contacted. And I was like, okay, great. So do we click yes? What happens if we say no? Like, is anybody familiar with this type of recruiting? Well,
6 million applications.
If you're going to answer, please use the microphone so everybody can hear.
For the next question, I wanted to add another thing on networking. If you don't go back to your connection and tell them what happened with the information they gave you, you will have burned a relationship. Be careful about that, because we all want to know, did I help? Because there's something I can do to help. So always get back to say, here's what happened. Even if it's nothing that happened, you get back. All right. We don't want to do that, right?
This is Jenny Holcomb, and my question is about my LinkedIn profile and my one-page resume. My LinkedIn profile, should it show my entirety of work, breadth and depth, and then my one-page resume, just the most recent 12 years?
Anybody? I'll answer that, but I want to wait for anybody else to give their opinion.
Be sure to state your name when you answer, please.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm Carl Hunt. So, as a recruiter, what I like to see is the resume and the LinkedIn kind of match up as close as possible. So LinkedIn doesn't have to go all the way back to really early on, but so you don't age yourself, so to speak. Yeah. So hope that helps.
And when you say a one-page resume, is it truly a resume or is it like the one-page bio? One-page resume. Okay.
Hey, Walt or Jeff, I'm online. This is Christy.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have heard it both ways. I've talked to so many people who are experts in resumes and LinkedIn, and I have heard it both ways. The most recent counsel I got was my LinkedIn actually shows all of the employers, shows my entire history. But my resume only shows the most recent and most relevant experience. And the thing I've heard is, because I got a lot of years, I've been out here for a while, you don't want to age yourself. But I've been told by an expert that they're going to find out what your age is anyway. So why are you trying to hide it? So I've heard it both ways, and I've heard because one of my early employers is an impressive company, and they're like, you want to list that. You don't have to list all your experience with them, but list that you worked for this employer. So I say try everything, change it, try it again, and see what works.
And the nice thing about having a more complete LinkedIn profile with a lot of history is it gives you a lot of opportunity for keywords that may show up in a search when somebody does a search on LinkedIn, because those keywords are going to keep popping up in different jobs that you had throughout your career. I think the most important thing I hear from recruiters is the dates have to exactly match on a resume and your LinkedIn profile. If they're off by a month or two, they will just reject it just because of that. Make sure those dates are exact.
Yeah, I think consistency is the key. But two comments. One, everything on your LinkedIn profile is relevant to the job you're looking for. You don't need to put all this other experience on there that doesn't really apply to that. But you can have your master LinkedIn profile. Your resume contains everything that's on the LinkedIn, but not everything on LinkedIn on your resume. Okay. Makes sense.
Oh, uh-huh.
Ladies first.
Okay.
Fighting over the microphone.
Hey, I'm Carrie Padilla, project manager. So, Walt, I want to thank you for yesterday's session at South Lake Focus Group. If you missed it, was it recorded?
Did you not?
Oh, bummer, because it was really good. It was the breakdown of the job description and how to look at it more effectively. So, 2 job descriptions came my way last night. The first one was for a project manager, must run between 30 and 50 projects at a time. That was the very first line. Is that a red flag or what? And then you go deeper in it, and it said must be able to pick up 25 to 50 pounds. So that, I didn't apply. That's a striker. Anybody know about striker? Why would you have to pick up 25 to 50 pounds? Oh, maybe. Yeah. And then the job description from Dr. Pepper yesterday was The project manager is solely responsible for the beginning and end of the project and will take full accountability for everything that happens. What? Anybody know what's going on at Dr. Pepper that they would put that in their job description? But anyway, I want to thank you. Stop it. I want to thank you for yesterday and what you did. And I'm sorry if you guys missed it. Make sure you can go to South Lake Focus Group for the main session. Thanks, Walt. Are you next?
Yeah, I actually quit on time too.
Sometimes job descriptions can be brought out of from the past. They may not be up to date. Somebody writes it and they're in a hurry. They've lost people on their team and HR, and so it's like, get the job description out, get something out. And so I would question it. I wouldn't rely just on the job description. I would like, okay, I want to talk to this person, because really the ultimate goal here, be able to have conversations with people that can lead you to a position, to a role. And so you get a chance to showcase yourself. You get a chance to engage in conversation. And as you're engaging and think, hey, we'd like to have this person work with us. Really, the ultimate is like any way you can get in to talk to someone. So it's the old door-to-door sales thing, which is first thing with 2 words, which is get in. If you can get in, then go for it anyway. And then you can always reject it. You can say, well, this is worse than I thought. Thank you, but no thank you. Or, well, I can help them reshape what they were doing.
Yeah, never turn down an interview. Never turn down an opportunity, just because, even if you're just, I don't think I want to do this.
Yeah, but this was just applying.
And thank you for your comments for yesterday.
Great yesterday.
By the way, there is a recording of that presentation at the Career USA. Walt has provided that presentation here.
Okay. There's an earlier version. I've updated it a little bit, but then.
Yes, the job description, it was really good.
Jump system.
What was just mentioned, there is a recorded version. I did this presentation some time ago here. And so the Career USA YouTube channel, YouTube/Career USA, which Jeff will talk about. If you'll scroll through it, you'll see one called the job description, or analyzing the job description. Okay, who else? Oh, I'm sorry, Jason. I have a great memory, Jason. It just doesn't last very long.
This Jason online, is that the one you're talking to, or is there another Jason that's there?
No, I'm your other brother.
Oh, okay. Well, I've had my hand raised, so I was just wondering.
Yeah, we'll get to you, Jason, just a second. Okay.
Just quickly, someone to your comment yesterday during the presentation, also what was just being talked about on the resumes with all of the details and crazy requirements. I have the same thing in technology, where in the required section, you're seeing dozens of things that are quote unquote required. And you look at this and you think nobody does all of this stuff. So your match is sometimes lower than you would like it to be, because they're requesting, again, a myriad of things. And so my point, and that came to a realization talking to people this week, is, and what you said, even if you only match 50% and you realize very few candidates are going to have all of these things, go ahead and submit your application. Let them reject you. Don't you reject yourself. So I think that's a good philosophy to have going to some of these, like yours that you just saw with all of the things in there. Let them do it instead of you. One other thing I wanted to say on the AI, I had something happen to me over the weekend. I applied online, and it was a third-party recruiter. First time for me anyway. I know this has happened to others. I had so I applied. About an hour later, I got a text, which I didn't see. And then I got an email, and then I left my computer, and then I get a phone call from an unknown number. And now, because I'm searching, I answer lots of phone calls, all sorts of spam calls, but I answered it. It was a bot from this third-party recruiting firm want to validate some things. And I was not even in the frame of mind to be answering questions, and said, hey, is this a good time for me to ask you a few questions? And I thought this is validation. Like they just want to make sure I am a person, I'm not something else, and just casual stuff. Nope, it was an interview. I was totally unprepared. They should have said from the beginning, this is going to be a screening interview, but that was not what the little automated bot said. So I said, sure, I'll answer a few questions. First thing out of her mouth was, tell me about your first project. I'm standing there in my shorts and a t-shirt in the middle of the living room, and I'm like,
Oh my gosh.
What project and relate. So anyway, bottom line is be prepared for these. And if they ask you, are you ready? And you're not, say no, and then reschedule that call because I was caught off guard. So that was new for me.
Okay.
So if they ask you if you're prepared for a few questions, the answer is no, but please call me, right?
Yeah. Unless you're ready.
All right.
Citizen Irish, I see your hand up.
Thank you so much. So just want to follow up. I can't remember who it was. It was Jama or somebody else that said about the introduction, about getting an introduction for somebody on LinkedIn. Just kind of my pet peeve was like, I tried to introduce somebody and they want to do a stack dump of information. I'm like, don't do that. Not for a first time introduction. You don't want to like overwhelm somebody with too much information. So that's just kind of my little pet peeve. But also wanted to speak to visibility. That's kind of what it's about. Is about getting visibility out there and get some feedback on something related to that. Wanted to give props to Steve Stanton and Paul Hussar for content creation there on LinkedIn. I've seen some videos and seen some other things. Those are great things to get that visibility out there. What do you think? What do you guys think about video resume? I haven't done that personally, but just want to hear some experience and what y'all's thoughts are.
Anybody in here done a video resume?
Ask if it's introduction or resume.
Is it introduction or just just a video introduction or a video resume?
Just like a video introduction, basically, but on LinkedIn. Like a little LinkedIn blurb about who they are.
Anybody done that?
Jeff, I have.
Tell us about it.
I have it's like 90-second long. I have a video resume that just really hits the high points in my value proposition. I included a couple of my recommendations from people that I've worked with or been on speaking panels with before who did recommendations. I included a couple of those, a couple of my milestones, like my big things that I did in my career. And I actually send it out anytime I connect with almost all the time. When I connect with someone new, I send it to them. And it's how I have activated my network. All of the people that I was connected with in the past, I have sent them a message in LinkedIn that says, hey, I don't know if you know I'm looking or not, but I've created this short video resume. And, I'd appreciate it if you take a look and engage with it so that, and then I give them a link so that hopefully they're engaging with it, which is helping get the visibility out there. And I'm getting a lot of really positive feedback from it. Between that and other content that I've been creating on my LinkedIn profile, I've had one person come to me out of the blue and ask me to interview with their company for a job that's not posted. I hope to have a follow-up next week with them. And I've lined up three speaking engagements with the content that I've created on my profile. So it's at least creating inbound traffic and leads and attention.
Where is your video posted at?
I have it in a post on my LinkedIn profile, but I also have it featured at the top of my profile.
So I'll go listen to her.
And I did it in Canva. It was super easy. Okay, it's not always super easy because it's really awkward to sit and talk to a camera by yourself in a room and sound intelligent. That's really weird. But it was easy to put it together. If anybody needs help with one or wants to do one, just ping me and let me know.
What is your full name, Nikki?
I'm on LinkedIn as my profile is nikki-duncan.pmp.
Okay.
Say again.
Nikki Duncan?
You repeat that one more time for the group?
Nikki Duncan PMP, and the dash is the hyphen.
Nikki Duncan.
Jason put a link. No, he tagged me. I did put my my LinkedIn profile is in the chat. And it's featured at the top of my profile.
So here's Nikki's profile.
Hey, Jeff, we need her to show us how to do that. Like Jason said, Jason Irish.
So your video is, let's see
So
here.
scroll down a little bit more.
Oh,
There
there we
you
go.
Can you tell how many people actually watch it?
Can you tell how many people are actually watching it?
Yep, I have. Yep, let me pull up my analytics. I think it's had like 5,000. I think it's had like 5,000 views or impressions or something like that so far.
The thing I was going to say about Nikki, because you're, one thing I would say is that your presentation is great. You know, your voice is great and you look great. So for me, if I'm doing it, I want to make sure I'm really coming across right and make sure because not everybody is good at that.
Right.
Does that make sense? So I mean, I like the idea. I guess I have fear about how I would look.
It's tricky. There was a gentleman the other day and he's 78 years old and he's trying to create one, and I was online helping him create his, and he was really struggling with memorizing, with knowing what he wants to say, right? And the one thing that putting this video resume together helped me do, honestly, it helped me get ready to talk about myself and what I do. Because that's something we all stutter and stumble and, but I had to get it down and hone it in. And I didn't do the full 90 seconds all in one take. Some of it is me on the camera and some of it is just stock video footage that I pulled from Canva, where it's just a voiceover kind of thing. And I know different people have different opinions on how to do video resumes. Some people think you should be talking the whole time. It's a whole thing.
If I showed it now?
No, go for it. Do whatever you want, Jeff.
Nikki, you want to go on this with me doing this?
Let's see here.
So you have to click the view button because this is to a link on Dropbox, Drive, Google Drive, whatever. Hi, I'm Nikki Duncan. I'm a chief of staff with a proven track record in operations management. I bring clarity to ambiguity, build people-centric systems. I champion leaders facing workflow stalls, and I tame chaos for executives when ownership disappears. I'm passionate about leaving every place, person, and process better than I found them. Whether it's simplifying systems, supporting teammates, or creating spaces for others to thrive, for me, meaningful work means making things work better for others. A few of my greatest hits have included reducing time spent on administrative tasks by 50%, which freed up the team capacity for higher impact work and accelerated decision making. I boosted partner engagement by 32%, cultivating a more inclusive and collaborative culture. And I've led a tech upgrade across 112 partner sites, modernizing operations and reducing time to service. Dr. Vivian Magnus says, if you're looking for someone who blends strategic brilliance with heart-centered impact, Nikki's your woman. She's an asset and a catalyst. And Patty Winter, a business consultant I worked with, wrote, every effective team needs a Nikki. Nikki brings a broad skill set to every project. Again, I'm Nikki Duncan. I would love to talk to you about how I can help you and your team move forward into the future and accomplish your goals. Let's chat soon. Have a great day.
Very nice.
How long did it take you to do that from start to finish?
From start to finish, writing the script, recording it, the multiple takes, edits and whatever. I think I think I spent about a day and a half on it, in between everything else.
Okay, so Nikki's day and a half is about a week for the rest of us.
Amen,
One of
brother.
the things I did, and I don't mind helping anybody who needs help, right? I mean, I can't help 5,000 people, but one of the things I did to help the gentleman the other day, because he was just really struggling, is we got on Zoom together, or Google Meets or whatever. You can get online on a video call, and I actually went so far as to take his script and I printed it out on paper and I held it up so that I acted as his teleprompter. So he was reading to my camera to help him make eye contact. And I broke it into really small bits and pieces so that he wasn't trying to read an entire piece of paper. Like there were maybe 10 or 15 words and they were in big font. Look, here's the thing.
Did that require
Like,
you use
like
some
this. I did something like this so he could read, what was on my camera, and then, and I would just move the thing. So he wrote the script and I held the paper up. So he was reading, he wasn't looking at, his screen to read. He was looking at the camera to read. So he was making eye contact with it. That's the one thing people have said about my video. You look like you're reading sometimes. You need to make better eye contact. Yeah, I get it, but that's hard, y'all. That's a
It looks
challenge.
like you used some video editing software as well.
I did, and I did it all through Canva. Now I personally pay for Canva to use it to create the content that I use on my LinkedIn. But you could easily do, if you don't want to get into creating content and paying for that stuff, you could very easily just do the free trial of Canva, which gives you 2 free, I think it's like 7 or 14 free days. I don't know, don't quote me. But it gives you enough time to create your video resume and then just cancel the paid subscription and go back to the free version of Canva. And then you've got your video resume that you can, and I downloaded it. So like I said, I have it in a post where I talked about my video resume, and that's what I share with people. That's what I share with people in my message to people when I say, thanks for connecting, blah, blah, blah. If you're open to it, here's my video resume, whatever.
One other question for you. Does your analytics provide how long they watched the video?
It does. Yes.
Okay,
So,
well, I wanted to know. Thanks.
yes, it does. It tells me how many video views I've had, and I can break it out. In LinkedIn, you can do your video analytic, or you can do your post analytics by 7 days, 14 days, 28 days, and older. It'll tell me how many video views, what the watch time is, and what the average watch time is. So my total watch time, and how many impressions, reposts, how many followers I gained from that one post, how many viewers, how many people saw the video, but then went to my profile later. So the analytics give you a lot of information on it.
Okay. Hi, this is Steve Stanton. Looking for bank jobs. I just want to, first of all, Nikki, this is great. And the reason we're all talking about it is because out of all of us, she's the one who's doing it and she's standing out and we could learn something from her. And the lesson for us is I've heard Walt and other folks talk about, we're in sales. This is a sales job and we're trying to generate inbound interest in us, HR managers and recruiters and friends and network people reaching out to us. And we're trying to do outbound to make sure that whatever we're doing, whoever we contact, our public profile, whether it's videos or LinkedIn page, it makes us more appealing. So we're selected out from the 1,000 people applying for a job. And we also, the third level, once we know the hiring manager, we bypass the usual process of seeing a job and applying for it. Someone on the inside wants to hire us. We have to make sure that we're not posting anything that gets us removed from consideration. The numbers are daunting. For a senior level job, there might be 1,000 applications. Half of them might be good, and there might be dozens of people who are known to people inside the organization. You really need to, network your way around that, get yourself in that list of the final 10 to be considered, and then give them a reason so that every other stakeholder, they see your videos, they see all this stuff, and they make it pop. You don't want to be fungible, you don't want to be forgettable, but you don't want to be, dangerous or inflammatory either. I mean, don't pick a politician and wear their hat, even if, no matter what.
Okay. Jeanette, I see your hand up.
Well, thank goodness. My wrist is so tired. Well, this is a pivot from all of that wonderful content, and just that all of that was just brilliant. We have many times spoken about the issue of job scams, and I just wanted to share that I had a personal experience with that 2 days ago. And I want to encourage everyone to please be vigilant. I was in the process of applying for a position. I won't say where I found it on, but it rhymes with Schmindeed. And it looked like a really perfect match for me. And so I started Googling the company, I started looking at information, and I noticed something jumped out at me, a discrepancy between the address that was posted in the job listing and all of the addresses that were on the company website. The address that was in the job listing, which included a suite number, was nowhere on the website. And I thought, well, perhaps they haven't updated their website in a while. But I went ahead and took the step of calling the company directly. And I was straightforward about why I was calling to the person who answered the phone. And they said, we do not have, that is not us. We do not have an office at that location. That is not us. And she said, I need to get this information to my manager. And whoever or whatever posted this job opportunity had also posted other opportunities for the same company at the same address. And it's not real. And I was within a hair's breadth of putting my information out and to who knows, whoever that was or whatever that was. So I really want to, it always makes me, this is not the first time this has happened. It always makes me feel a little sheepish for a few days afterwards when it happens. But I really want to encourage everyone to please pay attention to that, because Rust never sleeps. The bad guys stay employed. The bad guys never look for work. They're just always doing work to try to get our information. And if anyone has any other comments, I'd be interested in hearing that.
Jeanette, thank you for that. I mean, it's good that you pursued it to find out. Who's got the mic? Oh,
Sorry to shift back to the video topic, but since that generated so much interest, the only thing I would add to it, I have not really played with that, but I've seen it become like an increase. I hear more about it among kind of, the job search circles. So it's definitely something to look at if that's of interest to you. There's a gentleman, and Jason, you and I have been at similar forum. There's a gentleman, his name is Trevor Houston, who I think is affiliated with Frisco Connect, and he offers separate services, and video content is kind of one of his things. So if you really want to go deep in it, he's a resource that you could talk to, who spent a lot of time and knows some of the nuances of it, and has a whole program around it. So it does. I mean, look into it. It may or may not fit what you need. I think some people have been wildly successful with it. Other people not so much. So it's probably, whatever you're comfortable with. So. Yep. Yeah, he goes to Frisco Connect every month. His name is Trevor Houston. You look him up. He has he's a big kind of, podcast, video content person. And so that's kind of one of his specialties. So he's somebody to talk to, is kind of a subject matter expert, if you're really interested in that.
yeah, I know the program that he uses. I think it's called Bomb or Bam Bam or one of those things.
Right.
Bomb. Okay.
Well, he uses Bomb and also like I think Mike was talking about, or I posted it on there
Riverside.
for the Riverside, which you can get a temporarily free account there. But if you do all that, and I would just get with him and just specifically on that, maybe specify that that's what you're wanting to do. He has a playbook that has like all this information about how to put it together, and then you can send it over to them, and they'll actually edit it for you for free and get it back to you to get a clean version. It's really cool.
Hold on, passing the mic.
Many of us know Pete Hernandez. Pete has offered to help anyone who's got a question about a lead, whether it's to determine whether it's legitimate or not. He's very evangelical about identifying fraud. And I just spoke to him Wednesday and reiterated that he's very happy to help anyone who has a question about any specific issue they're pursuing and help them determine if it's legitimate or not.
Okay. All right, what else can we talk about?
Jenny Holcomb. The question we talked about in our accountability group this morning was when we are submitting our resume, should we go directly through the LinkedIn Easy Apply, or should we go through the website directly to the company, or option C, both?
Option C. Always do both. Because I mean, you want to go through a company website because that's what's going to get used the most. I mean, that's what a recruiter is going to use is their company online stuff. What they get through LinkedIn may or may not have everything, but you know, take every option. I would say take every option you can find.
Thank you.
I'm sorry to repeat what you said.
Say it again.
I mean, I've looked into this a little while, so I just give my point of view based on people I've talked to, is they've said if you hit easy apply in LinkedIn, it will take you to most cases to the Workday site or whatever for it, but it puts you in another bucket. And so you can do that, but you run the risk in being in a bucket of candidates that is a lower priority versus if you direct apply to the site. I don't know whether that's fact or fiction, but a couple of recruiters have said that to me. As far as double applying through multiple channels, I've heard that could kill your candidacy. They could just flat out shoot you out for doing that. I mean, because it's such a problem with volume of candidates for all these systems that if you double apply, triple apply, it's probably going to work against you. So that's what I've heard. I don't know if anyone else has heard anything different.
Well, instead of applying, the best way to handle your resume is get it hand delivered to HR. Network your way in and have it hand delivered. That's the best way.
Tiffany Ford, and I look for an HR manager, and I have experience in leading a TA team. So I want to tackle a couple of things. So if they're working with it, all of the things that we talk about are relative to what the company has, right? So we can talk about things, something that happened over here won't happen over here. It depends on the company, depends on their ATS, things like that. So a lot of times with an ATS, a lot of times when a resume comes in, it'll tell us that it's a duplicate. So we can go through. So applying to two different ways doesn't kill your chance. It just tells us that you have two duplicates. Sometimes that allows us to merge those two together because you may have more information through the company. Through the easy apply, they may just say 1, 2, 3 questions and go. But the company may ask you more questions. So it may allow us to merge it. Or it also gives us an opportunity, if you're going to do both, make sure you have the right information on both. Because if we get two applications and one says one and one says another, that may kill your chance. But just having more than one application in the system really is not. We'll just see that there's more than one. And depending on if your name is, Bob Jones, we may think it's different. But if it's, if it's Jenny Holcomb, we may be like, oh, I've seen that before, right? So it doesn't necessarily kill it, but I would go the company route first, just because sometimes the easy apply doesn't necessarily put you in a bucket, but sometimes other job boards will scrub that. They're the ones that's actually getting that, not necessarily the company, but sometimes it is the company, and all it does is just put you in for a duplicate application. So it doesn't always kill it, but I would go the company route.
I think every option is true somewhere.
Yeah.
I just want to agree with Walt. Again, Steve Stanton. We keep on looking for the one ring of what is the process? What do the recruiters do? What is the standard HR approach? But Tiffany was exactly right that it varies company by company. And when you look at, what's the best way to use AI to become a candidate in this market, what we don't see is a flood of HR directors coming up in here and saying every department always does this in every company, and that's that. HR is run, fairly opaque. It's behind doors. Most of the IT department, most of the management doesn't see what happens within HR. And there are industry practices and things, but it varies tremendously based on who runs HRIS, who is the HR director, and it varies. With the easy apply button versus the site, I've heard it all ways. Like the most common answer I hear is, when I want to look at the easy apply stuff, I have to go to LinkedIn and click at, and I see that pool. Otherwise, I go to my standard ATS, unless they built something that puts them all in together and they can deduplicate it or whatever it is. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not complaining. It is a challenge, and these things are varied, and there's no one answer that's going to work for all the companies. So do the best you can and try to make sure that you don't remove yourself from consideration, and then just try to bypass them. I have good friends who are HR recruiters, but if I could just not need to use them, I would prefer to get a hiring manager to look at my resume directly.
There's a low return on easy apply. That doesn't mean you don't do it.
All right, Russ, Kathy, I see your hand up.
Yeah, I just want to tell everybody that Jim McConnell has done a great presentation on one of our Fridays about how to stay safe during the job search. So you can find that in the recording on the Career DFW YouTube page. And also, I think he's going to be at South Lake in 2 weeks. So, and his presentation changes every time because guess what? Security keeps changing.
Okay, thank you. All right, another topic.
I won't have to walk today.
Hello, this is JD Johnson. I've been in the job search for working with South Lake about a month and trying to catch up on everything. I think I've missed how to do networking to make what does the meeting look like? What questions do I need to ask? What am I looking for when I do the meeting? What am I giving? What value can I give to them, offer to them? Because I want to offer value to them. We've answered a little bit of that. I just found out some tricks with the people and on LinkedIn and such. But is there a video or some training like on US Career? I saw there was a lot of networking, a whole playlist. But will that do something on the informational interview? Because I think I'm missing that piece. So is there something on informational interview
Yeah, there are videos. We've recorded them in the past. All the networking ones are just, it's basic networking. What do you do? Why do you do it? How to talk back. I mean, watch any one of the videos you want. They're really good. And as far as informational videos, there's probably the topic is out there if you search.
Just search it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure that it's out there. Here in the room, what do you do? What are y'all doing when you do interviews?
I can get up, I can walk. There you go.
I want to increase in pay, Jeff.
Okay, I'll double it for the day, okay?
Yeah, networking is something that I found I was really deficient at when I started my search. And so I've been trying a lot. Don't have all the answers, but at least some of the resources that are out there. It's a ton of video content, like Jeff mentioned, Career USA, just YouTube that you'll find networking tips and tricks, videos galore. At South Lake Focus Group, they have the networking breakout groups. Henry Jordan's group, he specializes in informational interviews. So attend Henry's. He has a script. He has a process. I would definitely talk to him, and then just canvas with others. A lot of test and learn. Find out what works for you. There's even books out there. There's one really good one I heard about, the 20-minute interview. I think I'll see if I can find the information. Put it in the chat. It's a book I wrote just on how to do a process to do informational interviews. So it's really whatever is going to fit your needs. There's a lot out there. Just try some stuff and see what works for you.
The late Dennis O'Hagan used to have a great presentation on that, and I've got his 5-page handout. If you text or email me, I'll copy you on his 5-page handout. His first page is, how do you make that initial phone call? And then once your phone call's done, what do you say when you have them on the phone? And then the last couple pages are, what do you talk about in the actual interview? So
That's out there, I think, because years ago, when Dennis passed away, he was supposed to speak and you asked me to give the presentation. I don't know
right.
if you remember that. And so that one is the real fundamentals. How do you, your script, how do you introduce yourself? What do you say? I mean, it's really down in the weeds on getting started with that process. And so it's a few years back, but it's out there. And so,
Dennis O'Hagan.
yeah, but I
never-
gave
never
the one
got-
that's recorded.
I never got them recorded. No.
Oh, you didn't record that one?
Never got them recorded.
Oh, that's right. Back then, we didn't record those things, but, well, I'll do it again for you sometime. Anyway, yeah, there's some great information out there about it.
And one other quick question is, I may land next week, but I still want to get with some kind of networking group. I would,
everything you just said.
I may land next week, but I'd like to be a part of a networking group that I would assume there's someone that meets in the evenings instead of during the day.
There are
And if,
nighttime groups.
Dee DeLuca, doesn't Dee do one?
Who?
Yeah. Dee DeLuca,
She does. It's first and third Wednesday of the month, called Job Seekers. And it's at Preston Trail.
Okay.
To the evening.
In the
Yeah.
evening at 6:30.
Yeah, most of the nighttime groups, when they existed pre-COVID, tend to be workshops of, 6, 8, 12-week program. They just kept repeating. Once you've got through those lessons, they would just repeat. But there really wasn't a nighttime. Yeah, St. Andrew, there was one over on Central Church over there on Monday nights, but I don't think they meet anymore.
Yeah, I used to go to. They meet on Saturday.
Yeah.
I used to go to Career Submission, handled by David Brown. He used to have it at First East Baptist Church. I think it was on Wednesday night. But he no longer have it, so they want to look for these type of
do some searches to,
But Jeff, you have a list on Career DFW.
Yeah, if you go to Career DFW, I mean, on the calendar, it'll show you what groups are out there right now.
Yeah. A little different, but you have also Pat Romboletti, right? That one is another one that is at night, but it's not local. So it's just, something that you join, on the web.
What's it called?
Romboletti. Yeah, it's actually, I think it's already in the chat. Rosina put it, it's there. Yeah. And maybe back to your first question when you're talking about informational interviews, it's not exactly informational interviews, but it is the first step also to help you network and kind of practice for informational interviews is you can, if you have an account on Calendly, then whenever you write your information, you can write it down And you can have, your calendar, if your calendar is updated, then you can have people set like discovery calls with you or informational sessions if they're interested in, meeting with you. And it's a good practice also. Not only you're expanding your network, but it is also a way to, practice, that, the skills to work on informational sessions.
Gabriela Villafaña. So I wanted to go back to the resume, video resume. I don't feel confident enough to do a video. So what I was told by my HR person before I left my job, they told me create an About Me page. And it is basically this. It's just the small version of whatever you've been doing on your career in one snapshot. Everybody can just see it and it tells your story in a quick glance. And I have a LinkedIn version, like a digital version that I always send when I send a resume, and a printed version that I give out when I do interviews. And it has gotten good feedback, like, oh, they say, oh, this is so good, thank you. And they keep it, they look at it, and I just think that that's a great snapshot of whatever you've done. You can, yes.
It
Jeff,
looks
is
like,
she-
it looks like a visual bio is what it looks like.
Okay, is it a one-page bio?
Yeah.
It's kind of a visual.
Yeah, very graphic, very visual.
Did you create that yourself? Did you create that yourself? Okay. Okay. Well, the question is,
Here it
that's
comes.
an example of you.
Oh, here, let me put that up so everybody can see it. Whoops.
There you go.
My question about it when first looking at it, does it tell me in 10 seconds, 20 seconds what you do? So that would be a question.
Personal stuff and the logos of what I technically can do.
All right. I'm just saying, in terms of choosing the person looking at it, that was what it was for me. For me, it looked so busy. I couldn't see what you were doing. Yeah. So it might be 20 years. Yes. So that may be just a thought. When people look at it and say, what are they seeing? Okay.
Yeah, probably not an introduction document. So here's me. But later on in a process or later on in a conversation or something like that. Okay, Jeff, we're at 11:20.
Yeah, let's, well, I think we'll wrap it up right here.
Hey, we got.
One more question. All right.
We squeezed under the wire.
Hi, this is Becca with a K, Alexander. And back to the networking. One of the things I've started doing is I wrote a professional summary and I'm using it as a follow-up after the meeting because the person I'm talking to isn't taking notes. I'm taking notes because I'm looking for information. So in my thank you and I appreciate your time, I have a write-up of, hey, thanks for your time. I appreciated talking to you about yada blah, whatever. Here's what I'm looking for. Here's my professional summary. I'd appreciate if you share it with other people. And that seems to be getting some traction. Maybe I didn't click with them, but they're like, oh yeah, I know Mary Sue and you should talk to Mary Sue. So that I've started doing that. I think that's getting some traction. Same thing. Yeah, it's a banner headline at the top, which matches my LinkedIn brand. So there's consistency there. Contact info on the left with some career highlights of companies and industries. And then I have a headline statement about who I am, what I do, and how I help. And then instead of a job history, I put kind of my areas of expertise and some examples in that space. Yeah. Yeah. And I use that PDF and send it to people. And I also used it and just sent it around to my close friends also and some of my family members and said, hey, if you come across people, here's what I do, because my friends and family, they can't articulate what I do and they want to help. So I felt like if I could put it in my words and represent myself, they could, you know, be the sneaker network to help get that information out. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for squeezing me in.
All right.
Open forum now ends.
Well, next week, Walt will be with us standing behind a podium. He's not going to move next week. So he'll be talking about selling ourselves in job interviews. So join us next Friday at 9:30 for that. Oop, come on, slides. On the Career USA YouTube channel, click on playlist. Every video I post goes into a different playlist. And as you see there for the North Dallas group in the very lower left corner, click on view full playlist. When you do that, up will come a list and you can go back and watch any of the videos that are on there. So, you know, you can go back as far back. There's 680 some videos up there right now. So there's a lot there. You can go back and watch. Next Tuesday for LinkedIn Tuesday, Kurt Vondermatter will be with us to talk about LinkedIn from a recruiter's eye, how he's trying to find you. Next Wednesday, the practice interview team will be meeting in person. And you can meet them right here in this room and watch a practice interview. You will learn as much just by coming and watching as you do participating. So it's a real learning experience. And next Friday, Walt Glass will be with us about selling ourselves in job interviews. And then coming up in 2 weeks, Mike Chapman will be with us to talk about health insurance options for job seekers. Mike helped me as when I got on the Medicare and when I had to get on the Affordable Care Act for 5 months when my COBRA expired. So Mike will be a big help for that.
That I had to talk with Mike because he talks every year with us. And I said, when should we put you on? He says, you need to put me on early this year. There's a lot of changes. You need to know about them. And if you don't know about them in advance, you might miss them. So he always has a great session on that. So
yeah, he usually doesn't do anything until the prior 60 days, November, December, but he wants to talk early so that we can be aware of stuff that will be coming up this year. Today for lunch, we're going to go to Mama's Pizza. I'll be eating cinnamon rolls. Y'all can eat pizza and salad. How many people think they're going to come so we know how big a table to get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10, 12, whoever gets there, start putting together the biggest table you can find. All right. Thank you very much for joining us, everybody. Have a great Friday and great weekend. It's 7-Eleven day, so don't forget to stop at 7-Eleven.